It's day 18. It's the real day 18.
A real day.
For real.
Don't you forget.
I'll remember as best I can. How are you doing today, Jimmy?
I'm doing pretty good. Was
Oh,
I spend some time grinding some things out earlier today, so I'm ready to take a break.
all right.
Do
This
some
is the break for
Japanese.
you? This is the break?
This is the break.
Oh my goodness, great. Well, kick back, enjoy the ride. I will say,
Exactly.
I think this has been the meanest homework thus far because this is coming off of the lesson that we jumped ahead to. So I think by default it has the most written content out of anything thus far. And I, out of interest
Yeah,
of time, decided to type things out. Um, but yeah,
understandable.
there's plenty going on here.
Did you also happen to do 16 since that was the last
I
recorded
believe
day?
so. Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just wanted to make sure we had both to
yeah.
go and review.
Do we want to do both in this episode? Do you think?
Yeah, there's not a lot in day 18 lesson wise,
Okay.
so I think it'll be fine.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I was having the same thought. I'm like, I don't know how to structure splitting this up, but we can get it all in the one.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, we have day 16, question 1. 食べ物で what is it? Ramen?
Mm-hmm.
Ramen ga ichiban no particle 好きです.
Yep.
All right. And then for 2, 家族で haha, which is mother, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
Haha.
my mother.
Yeah, my mom. Muscle man. Haha ga ichiban no particle ryori ga. And what we're saying, oh, there's another word down here.
Mm-hmm.
Jozu. Jo des. No zoo.
Yeah, there's a zoo.
There's yeah. This is the same Sue situation I was talking about with the Goodwill Man before.
Not
In
the
this case,
Goodwill.
the
Not the
tag team
Goodwill
this day.
man.
The Goodwill Man. Hold on. Do I have? Yeah, there you go, guys. There you go. You see, here's the
Perfect.
eye. There's the side. He's got the brim. Makes perfect sense. Anyway, moving on. My mother, of everyone in the family, my mother's the best at cooking. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Um. All right. In this case, moving on to this next section, we're like choosing from these available options. Um. 一年でいつが一番寒いですか? And I think my brain is not aligned correctly just yet. What are we saying here?
It's like, when is the coldest season in a year?
Oh, okay.
Or it might be like month. It's just like when is it coldest during the year,
Okay. All right.
not specific to season.
Gotcha. All right. 家族で誰が一番背が高いですか? And we've got that Sega Takai situation here. We're asking who's the tallest in the family?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then 3. 日本でどこが一番面白いですか? What's the most interesting place in Japan?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do we got? Is this Supu? And then is this Su? Or she?
Yeah, that's tsu. So
Su.
suppotsu.
Supotsu. Okay. Supotsu de what did I write there? Nani? Yeah, that's a nani. Nani ga ichiban suki desu ka? Which sport do you like best, more or less?
Yeah, you
All
got
right.
it.
All right, and then here we're putting these particles. Is particle the right word on both of these? 'Cause this is
Des
just like
isn't
a
really a
des.
particle.
Yeah. Um,
I don't remember technically what it's called, but the de before that is the particle.
okay. Well, we're putting words in here. Is what we're doing, I guess.
For sure.
All right. Sato-san wa shinsetsu de suteki desu. Shinsetsu.
Um des is considered to be a copula?
I've heard that. I've heard that phrase before, and it just makes me think about the director of like the Godfather movies. I don't know what to do with that.
But there you go.
There you go. That's the Godfather. He's the Godfather of all Nihonjins. Goodwill Man. Uh, Tanaka-san wa Nihonjin de shoot numbers. Um, to ni 14 歳?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
24歳 です. All right, we're just putting a de here. Moving on. Um, Takahashi-san wa atama ga yokute. Um, is there? Am I doing something here? I wrote.
Yeah.
Do I
Mm-hmm.
still want this e here? Should I have removed that?
You should have removed it
Okay.
because the first e character is what's turning into the yo, and the
Hmm.
second e character is what's getting conjugated to be kute.
Okay. Looking back at that, I see with different eyes. And then Maji this. And what are we saying here?
We're saying like Takashi-san is smart and serious.
Okay, Maji man. Okay. I was blanking on the second word there. Serious business. Um, Kono. What do we got here? Boo? Is that Boo?
That's a pa.
Pa. Shoot. Pasokon?
Mm-hmm.
このパソコンは軽いで便利です. And karui was what again?
Harui is like light, in
Oh,
terms of like heaviness,
okay. So it's light and reliable.
and yeah,
Okay,
useful, convenient.
okay. It's a handy
Um,
light little machine.
yeah, and since remember with e adjectives, the
Hmm.
entire e gets changed up, so
Okay,
it'd be karu kute,
karukute.
similar to yo kute above. Yeah,
Okay,
karu kute.
karukute. Okay, and that's like this is a unique situation, right? With the yokute with e.
Only in the sense that we're turning it into its form of yoi,
Hmm.
but the conjugation after that point is the same. So,
Okay.
like, if you think about it, the second e in yoi, or I guess the e now yoi, changes to kute.
Mm,
Same thing's happening in karui, where it's karu kute.
okay. All right. I can work with that. Um, Tokyo wa nigiyaka de um omoshiroi desu. We're just putting a day right in there. Nothing else needs to
Mm-hmm.
happen.
Correct. Because it's
Okay.
a not adjective.
All right. And then this should be the last batch for the day 16 stuff. Um, we've got all these bits that we're booping together. Um, watashi no heya wa hiroi te what did I do? Aga agaru agaruji this? What did I do here?
Yeah, what's going on here?
What
So
did I do
heya
here?
is from the sentence above. That's
Eh.
part of the example sentence. So we're
Okay.
talking about haru, which is spring.
Hmm.
So I think what it's trying to, we have all of the words here. We just need to rearrange them, right?
Okay.
So I think it's supposed to be like, uh, let's see here. It might be like kisetsu de haru ga ichiban suki desu.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. And then here we would have Rin-san wa. Did I do the same? No, Shinsetsu same here. Um, Shinsetsu de Hajime. Is that Haji?
That's a
Moji
ma.
Majime na Hito de. Oh, they're a serious person.
Yeah, they're kind and serious person.
Okay. All right. And then here at the end, I was writing this on a different device. I did this on my phone instead, and I think it does show.
Oh.
Um, uh, kono restaurant.
Mhm.
Okay, kono restaurant no. Did I is what is this? What did I do here?
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
you
that's
wrote that
something.
correctly.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. Kono restaurant
Well, kind of.
kind. We'll work with that. No. Ryori de nani ga is that nani ga?
Hmm.
Okay. Yes. Nani ga ichiban oishii desu ka? And we're asking what is the most delicious thing in this restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. And then were we going to day 17 or day 18 for the next bit?
I think we haven't shown day 17 homework since we did that. Or I can't remember if we showed it when we moved on
No.
in the
This is the one
past.
that because this is the one that I typed in. So this is
Oh, that's right. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. Okay, okay. All right, all right. We are about to record day 18. That checks out. All right.
Hmm.
Um. So for one, we're filling in these blanks here. Um, Mainichi na nanjikan. Where I went with no particle here. Nanjikan Nihongo o benkyo shimasu ka? And then the response. Mainichi uh 2時間 also blank here. Benkyo shimasu.
Hmm.
Okay. And here on 2 we did O because of the interaction with studying on the Japanese, correct?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Um for the second one, uchi kara eki made um 歩いて10分 and then no particle 10分かかります. So we're saying to like going from my house to the park on foot um is 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Eki isn't park, but
That would be Cohen.
it's like
This is
a
station.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, colon is park. You got it.
All right. Cool. All right. And then here's the real meat and potatoes, I feel like. So we're going samui this to samui kunai this to samui kata this.
Yeah. So once again, when we're conjugating e adjectives, that e will disappear.
Mm,
The e is becoming the kunai.
okay.
So I mean, you have it typed out correctly there as well. You were just pronouncing the phantom e.
The
Okay.
Phantom. That's my
So
favorite Metal Gear
samu.
game.
Yeah, I was going to say. So it's like samu kunai
Samu
and
kunai.
samukata.
Okay. Samu kunai samu kata. Okay. Okay, okay. And then 2 we've got the e yoku shenaniganry. Um yokunai this to yo
Hmm.
kata this. We're doing that like truncated kind of sound there for the kata, right?
Yeah, and it's funny, I wonder how you typed this out because in yokatta, you typed in a small "u" instead
Yeah,
of
it's
"tsu."
a. I was using the
Oh, you
little
did it for
little
the one above too.
hiragana keyboard thing, and it is like manually selected. Outside. This was not typed. This was like a visual drop down thing. So that's certainly my goof. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Um, and then here for three, shinsetsu jarimasen to shinsetsu deshita. And then on four, yasumi jarimasen to yasumi deshita. All right. And then we've got some more business going on here. Um, Okinawa wa atsuka. Hold on. What am I? Otsukata?
That's an "ah."
It's an ah. Okay, okay.
Because I
Ats.
think you probably originally read it as "ol" because you have that in your spelling
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah. That's something I would do. All right. Um, Atsukata desu ka? Hi. Chotto. And then that should be atsuka. Atsukata desu.
Right.
What is atsukata?
"Atsui"
Atsui.
is, like hot.
Okay, okay. I thought just because we're talking about Okinawa, I thought that made sense, but I was not confident I was reading it right, which is where shoot where the situation came in because I'm like
Mhm.
that this feels more familiar, but I was not there. Um, okay, all right. What do we? Uh uh, eh, second katakana character here. What is this?
That's a "ru."
Ru. Okay. Aru. Uh, uh Aru something towa. What is
Yeah,
what?
"arubaito."
Oh, part-time job. Okay. Arubaito は 大変でしたか？はい。とても大変でした。And 大変 is like problematic. What's a
Yeah, it's like rough, tough.
yeah. It's not
Yeah, so
easy.
like, work was rough. It's
Mm-hmm.
like keep in mind it is like slightly different from just like difficult,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
That's why I say like rough.
Yeah. Okay. That's also what I was like struggling with. Like it is different than just being like it was bad or hard. It was like it was I grit
Kind of
my teeth
grueling.
during that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Three. Shigoto wa iz isogashi katta desu ka? Hi. Isogashi katta desu. Isogashi. Is that easy?
Busy.
Busy. Okay. Isogashi
Yeah.
katta desu.
Yeah. And like this is one of those kind of contracting the she sound again. So like it's
Okay.
got isogashikata.
Isogashikatta. Okay. Isogashikatta. All right. All right. Uh, Rin-san wa genki desu ka? Hai. Genki yo
Yeah,
genki
what
yo
happened there?
deshita. I don't know what happened. Um, I should read these out loud sometimes because it's a different experience. Um, shoot. Uh, this should just be genki deshita, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Um, and small yo like it had to be intentional on my part because same situation that didn't get in there for free. Um, interesting. Um, uchi kara toka huh? Tokata desu ka? Tokata
Hmm.
desu ka? What is tokata?
So Do you think you could like reverse conjugate it, knowing that it turns into kata?
Oh, Toki?
So the e turns into kata, right?
You're right. I don't
So it would
I
just
don't
be
know if my mind is
toi.
tuned for this just yet. I'll be honest.
Yeah, toi. So
Toy.
toi means far.
Okay.
So it's like, is
Toy.
your home far from here?
Okay, okay. Toy kata desu ka? Hai. Choto to kata desu. It's a little far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Kind of far.
Oh, yeah, it'll take you a bit. All right. Is this a ru at the start?
No.
Bleh. Poo.
It is an oo sound. It's poo.
Okay. Poo. Presento?
はい。
Okay. プレゼントは時でしたかと時計でしたか
はい。時計でしたか？
時時計でしたかはい、時計でした。時計でした。Are we saying it was a watch or clock?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, okay. All right. We're not out of the woods just yet. Um, what do we have here? Um,
We got a little bit of a diary entry.
yeah. Uh, is who's son?
This one's Anna.
It is on. Okay, okay. I
Anna-san.
doubted myself. Like, this is not at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. Ana-san no ni Niki
Mm-hmm. Nikki.
Niki. Shoot, we're back at dates. Gogatsu ni
Yep.
Niju san.
Mm-hmm.
Is this? Is there? Shoot, what's the suffix I would put there? It has
Yeah.
like
We
a
just add
suffix, right?
Nichi.
Nichi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
After normal days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Niju-san Nichi. Excuse me. Uh, Doyobi. All right, those is Saturday. Um, Watashi wa senshu hajimete. Oh, this is the example, but we're already in. Uh, Kyoto e, and then we're changing this ikimasu to ikimashita because they did this in the
Mm-hmm.
past. Uh, Tenki wa totemo and we're doing the e to yoka situation. Yokata desu. Uh so the weather was very good. Um Kyoto de sakura o mimashita. So we were looking at the cherry blossoms in Kyoto. Um or I guess
It's like I
to
saw.
yeah, the totemo at the end is like throwing me off a little. Um
Well, that's at the next sentence.
Okay, okay. All right. Good. Good. I'm like they were very what? um excellent. All right. Um Totemo kirei deshita. They were very pretty. Um Yoru ryokan ni um to tomarimashita. Ryokan's like traditional hotel, right?
Mm-hmm. Like a traditional Japanese inn.
Yeah. Yoru, what was yoru? It's like a
Yoru's
timing
at
thing,
at
right?
night.
Night. Okay.
Excuse me.
Um at night, yoru ryokan ni tomarimashita. Tomari.
Yeah,
It's
so
not.
tomaru, yeah, I don't think they've introduced this word. It means to like to stay at.
Okay, okay.
So we stayed at a ryokan at night.
And that would make sense. I was like, that's not some variant of sleep. Um, okay. Um, is that I shouldn't ask that. I'll save that for later. Um,
Okay.
部屋はとても綺麗でした。It was the room was very pretty or clean, probably tidy in this case.
Hmm.
Um, 旅館の人は親切でした. So this is referring to the staff.
I have to assume so.
Okay. 親切でした. What does that mean here?
Yeah, Shinsetsu is like kind.
Okay, okay. I thought it was related to age and some kind of like experience, but I'm off there. Um, 京都料理は
ちょっと
sorry
待っ
sorry
て。料理じゃなくて、
料
it's a different word.
料
Yeah.
sewer
Ooh.
okay okay 旅行はとても what is 旅行 um 楽しかったです. It was very fun, whatever this
Mhm.
was.
Yeah, ryoko is like vacation or trip.
Okay,
So it's like the Kyoto trip was very fun.
okay. I can work with that. Now we have some train related questions. I'm telling you, man, this homework was built different relative to the
Yeah, there's a
others.
lot.
Yeah. Um all right. So we've got some trains here. It's like, listen, you just got to know these are the names of some trains. We love them. Um so we've got Hikari, um Hikari de Sanjikan Kakarimas. So it comes at 3 o'clock, right?
No.
It comes in 3 hours?
No.
Yeah. What am I doing?
It takes
It
3 hours.
takes 3 hours. Okay.
That's what the kakaru at the end is doing. It's like it
Okay.
takes.
Okay. Okay. It takes oh, okay. 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 All right. And then we've got Nozomi de 2時間半 kakarimasu. So it takes 2.5 hours.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, I've got my Shinkansen tickets in my bag somewhere. I don't remember which one I took
Hmm.
because I did take the specific route
And this image here
from
is this
Tokyo
is
to
this the
Osaka.
is this the diet building here?
Um, I think that's the top of the central Tokyo station.
Okay.
I think.
All right. All right. Um, and then at the bottom here, basu de ichijikan han kakarimasu. It takes
Can you read what the question's asking as well?
yeah, yeah. Narita ku kuko we're talking about planes. Ku kuko kara Tokyo eki made どのくらいかかりますか? Um, so from Narita by plane
So
to
Kuko is airport.
airport.
Hikoki is plane.
Koki's plane. Okay. Kuko Kuko Airport. Ghostly airports. They're haunted over there. Kuko is ghost in Spanish, by the way. Um, like they probably didn't know where I came from there. It came from the ghosts. Uh, Tokyo Eki. It was Tokyo Station. Yeah, that would make sense
Mhm.
with this picture. Okay. Um, Tokyo Eki made dono kurai. Is this like about how long?
Yep. About
Okay.
how long does it take from the airport to the station?
And remind me, when do we use kudai versus gudai?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay, okay.
I usually just say Gudai though.
All right. let's not stress too much about that. And then kakarimasu ka, how long would it take? Um, so via bus, basu de ichijikan han kakarimasu. With over bus, about, well, I guess not about, uh, an hour and a half, and then with train, densha de ichijikan kakarimasu. This is an hour
Yeah.
with train.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So that picture for Tokyo is the Tokyo station,
Mm-hmm.
and but for Osaka, that's the
Osaka
rebuilt
Castle, right?
Osaka Palace. Yeah, or Osaka
Rebuilt
Castle. Yeah.
the HD remake. I didn't know I got one of those.
Yeah, it was actually destroyed. I forget when. I think this version of the castle was built in like the 70s,
Okay.
or maybe it was destroyed in the 70s and more recently rebuilt. I don't remember. Something
Mm,
like that. One of the two.
interesting. Interesting. We got a little cultural nugget in there. How nice. Um. Cool. All right. This homework was pretty hefty. Do you have anything to that you want to note with this?
No, except we'll set you up with Japanese keyboard.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably. Uh. Dude. Yeah. It's been a point of contention for me, but we'll fight that later. Where's the right tab? Here we go. Day 18. So we had previous answers here. And then we have kanji for the day. And we've got some nice friends here. Um, we've got the first character within Japan, which is the sun part. Um, we've got hon, or book, which is also or origin, which is where we get the Sunshine Land business coming up. The origin of the sun, and then we've got person. So if we were to put that all together, we'd get a Japanese person.
Hmm.
All right, and this could be read as both hito or jin, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Or nin.
Or nin, yeah. Or nin. How many people? Is this on? Yeah, it is. Not sorry. Um, nanin. How many people? Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah. Osaka Castle rebuilt, finished 1997, not the
1990.
70s.
Oh, that's way more recent than I would have thought.
Hmm.
Like way more recent, actually. Um, let's look at our vocab PDF here. All right, let me zoom in just a tad. Um, onaka ga sukimashita. And would you say this is one phrase?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the suku bit is the, I mean, I don't know technically what that verb means on its own, but it's like my stomach is something.
Mm. Empty, barren.
Has emptied out.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Uh, and then ramen, where we've seen this a few times. Tabemasu, ikimasu. What were we doing with the trains with that kakimasu?
Akadu.
Cut. Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Akadu.
Kakaru.
And then it became akarimasu.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I need to work on making distinctions here. Um, travel. Ryoko, which I think came up in that homework. Uh,
Hmm.
tenki. Iyo tenki desu ne. This is the weather. Um, also the 10 in the name Nintendo refers to the heavens, so you know it's up above, it's up there. Um, Kaban, that's bag. Um, this is
Had that blue
oh
bag with strap.
bag with strap. That's right. Um, like for a second I was like, what is going on with the rest of the station? I'm like, oh, it's just in front. Eki mae, in front of a station. Um, curry restaurant. Kare ya, and you can pretty much just put ya at the end of any thing that might be sold, and you'd get a shop doing that, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. and then kare itself. Mise for shop. Is this chizu going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Chizu kare. And then curry with sausages. Oh baby, going back to that curry meal at that restaurant. What was that? 14 that's Jorge. Um
Yeah, I don't remember.
yeah. Uh shoot. How am I breaking this down?
Yeah, that's a soul in
S-
front.
Okay, soseji,
Mm-hmm.
soseji kare. And then I'm guessing just because this is like a P in the middle, right? Toppingu?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Topi. Well, to P and this being the P. Ngu. Okay. Um, free? Very nice. I've never seen a free taxi in my life. Um, Murio? Is that right?
Yep, you got it.
Murio? Osake. Alcohol. I like this red
Oh
circle
my
be like,
gosh.
ignore the man here. Go and just talking about what he's left behind. Um, Testo. Yeah, I bit my tongue there. God.
No,
Yeah.
be careful.
My mouth's busy.
Speaking's dangerous.
It's dangerous, man. Um, Testo. Which, by the way, there should now be a link in the description for that like week 3 video to have a link for that test to take on your own. Thank you, Jimmy, for writing business out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then ame for rain. We've seen that a few times. Eki for station. Pan for bread. Also Gohan's daughter. You know. Um, Senshu for last week. And this is Sabisu. This is how we're breaking it down.
Sabisu? Yeah,
Sabisu. B sound, not a V sound, correct?
correct.
Okay.
B as in Bravo.
B is in Bravo. E is in good. Well, I guess E is good. uh, hmm. Amari for not very. Nothing to do with sweetness here. Past me. Um, Oi for many. Karai for spicy. Was that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Atatakai for warm.
Mm-hmm.
And this is this always warm, not hot, or is there like some middle ground here?
Yeah, I mean, it could be like pleasantly warm, but this is a pleasant adjective,
Good
right?
warm,
So if
good
it's
warm.
something's comfortably hot, then that can still be atatakai.
Okay,
Atatakai can also mean like warm-hearted.
I see. Okay, just like you, Jimmy. The right word for you. Just
Me.
that's right. Uh, Kino for yesterday. Samui for cold. Tanoshi for fun. Ishoni for together. Kire, this is an adjective, for beautiful. Lively, nigiyaka. Suki for like. Oh, these are nouns here, as is the next one. Is there is there a reason that here it's liked past tense that you can think of?
Not necessarily past tense, but I think it's like a light object.
Okay. Oh, like so, an object
It's
that
got the
you.
non next to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
but I
right.
wouldn't necessarily interpret that as past tense.
Okay.
It's just a. I mean, admittedly, I don't know what to write to represent ski, right? It's just
Mm-hmm.
kind of awkward to
Yeah.
put it in
I guess
English, I
like
guess, a little bit.
probably within whatever example we're about to see it used in, that's gonna be the way to think about it. But anyway,
Hmm.
I thought it was interesting. Kantan, is that right?
Kantan, yeah.
Kantan for easy. Um,
Yeah, easy or simple.
okay. Toi, for far. isogashi for busy, kyo for today, and then asagohan for breakfast.
Hmm. And I want to make this a slight note.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be better to consider kantan to be simple. It's easy because it's simple,
I
but
see.
it's more appropriate to have that interpretation with how kantan can be used, generally speaking.
Do you have an example of like a phrase we might use that in?
Well, like kantan, like iikata or kantan hanashikata is like simple language,
Mm,
simple or basic.
okay. All right. All right. I'll make a mental note, my psychic notes, which I keep so many of. Um, but any other lingering thoughts?
um, I don't, I don't believe so.
Okay. I feel like this was a big list, but largely a familiar list. Lots of
Hmm.
curry variants, so I'm not.
Oh,
Oh, sorry,
wait,
sorry, sorry.
yes, there is one note.
One note you say.
With ryoko,
Hmm.
um, I, I generally look at that and it's just noun form as like vacation. It's towards the top, like vacation or trip. But ryoko can be used with suru to mean like to travel.
Where was this?
So
Where
like
was this?
ryoko shimashita, it's on the left towards the top ish,
Oh, okay, okay,
right
okay.
under
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
tabimas.
I
Yeah.
see, I see.
So it's like you could say that like ryoko suru to mean like to travel
Hmm.
or to go on vacation.
Repeat that again. I was a little lost just looking for it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So like ryoko on its own, I prefer to read it as like vacation,
Okay,
right? Or going like a trip. But ryoko suru can just mean like to travel or to go on a vacation.
okay. Would it be more akin to like the way like British use holiday, where it's like, oh well, you're going on a holiday.
I guess
Okay, okay, cool. All right, I'm getting out. Going once, going twice.
we're done.
All right. All right. Moving on. Inviting someone to a ramen place for lunch. That's exciting. I like that. All right, let me zoom in just a little here. Hiro Yasumi ni ramen ya. And this would be in this case, correct?
Hmm.
Okay. Sazo?
Sasol.
Saso.
Yeah. And the first word is hiru,
Okay.
hiru yasumi.
Hiru Yasumi. Hiru. Why? Is there a seasonal connotation to this at all? What am I doing?
No, hiru is like noon.
Okay, okay. Oh, like a
So it's like
noon break.
inviting someone out for ramen for yeah, for
Okay,
I mean I guess
like your lunch break.
lunch break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. Okay. Hiru yasumi ni ramen ya saso. Um. Where our location this time is the company Kaisha. I don't think we've seen that too often just yet. Um.
Yeah, not super frequent.
Yeah, but we've got kanji introduced for it now, so it's probably good to know this. And it's like this is normally to meet in and of itself. Is that right?
Hmm.
Okay. Um, and then our characters Tojo Jinbutsu. Um, we've got two office workers. Kaishain Futari. I was kind of expecting this to be neat beside like Kaisha, but probably getting ahead of myself there, right?
What do you mean?
Because it like well, I guess we still have Neen here for like the counters because I'm like thinking of this as like an office person, right? So I'm like I
Hmm.
would expect like people to show up there, if that makes sense.
I see.
But we haven't really gotten this far into kanji yet, so it might be best left to for later. Your
Yeah.
discretion. All right. Well, otherwise, let us go in.
田中さん、お腹が空きましたね。 丸屋へラーメンを食べに行きませんか？
丸屋のラーメンですか。先週食べに行きました。
そうですか。どうでしたか？
丸屋のラーメンは美味しくなかったです。
Dang.
そうですか。サービスはどうでしたか？
サービスもあまり良くなかったです。
そうですか。
Get dunked on. Yelp review was not kind. Once again.
田中さん、お腹が空きましたね。丸屋へラーメンを食べに行きませんか？
丸屋のラーメンですか。先週食べに行きました。
そうですか。どうでしたか？
丸屋のラーメンは美味しくなかったです。
そうですか。サービスはどうでしたか？
サービスもあまり良くなかったです。
そうですか。
She's hurt by it too. She was excited. She opened up this conversation strong. She's like, listen, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
What do you think? Ramen? Denied. Oh, well, I'll let it play. I'll let it play.
ラーメンは美味しかったです。ラーメンは美味しくなかったです。
In the following, oh, there are 4 slides here. In the following slides, we will study past negative forms of adjectives and nominal predicates. All right, if this is the same audio bit in all 4 of these slides, I will not be respecting the audio.
ラーメンは
At
美味
least
しかっ
it's
た
for
で
this
す。
one.
ラーメンは美味しくなかったです。
Okay, what else? Oh, 12 seconds.
サービスも良かったです。サービスもあまり良くなかったです。
All right, I'm assuming this is going to be the same but filled. Service was good too. That's what the more is doing, I imagine. Service wasn't very good. How would you frame this?
In what way?
I guess I should go back to like that first slide explanation because I do not love that explanation.
ラーメンは
Oh, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
this is just we kind of covered this when we went over it ourselves for day
Yeah.
17. This is just the negative past tense for E adjectives.
Okay.
So it's that transforming things from the kunai to kunakata.
Kunakata. Okay. Okay. I remember them. It's just the phrase nominal predicate that really takes me out, I
Yeah.
suppose.
I think they're using that to describe when like nouns are used as descriptions,
Okay. All right.
like Nihonjin or something.
Yeah. But other than that, we're doing the kunakata bits here, the Hakuna Matata bits. Anything else you'd like to emphasize for this batch of slides?
Yeah, the only thing I'll repeat, because I think this is worth kind of ingraining in your mind, is that the present negative form is turning that E in our E adjectives to be kunai. And then from there, we're conjugating nai in the same way where that E becomes kata for past tense.
Okay.
So it's like oishikatta, that last E
ラー
is
メン
kata.
は
Oishikunai, that last E in oishikunai is oishikunakata.
Kunakata. Okay. All right. I can work with this.
サービスも
Enough of the service. The ramen wasn't delicious. Ramen wa oishiku nakatta desu. The service wasn't very good. Sabisu mo sorry, I was like it was, oh, there's the either at the end. That's what I'm missing. Amari yoku nakatta desu. Okay. Let's take a little listen.
美味しくなかったです。
美味しくなかったです。
サービスもあまり良くなかったです。
サービスもあまり良くなかったです。 Sabisu. Okay. There's nothing else going on here. Practice time.
多かったです。多くなかったです。多かったです。
Oku nakatta desu. Is that all she wants me to do?
I guess so.
多くなかったです。辛かったです。
Karaku nakatta desu?
はい。
辛くなかったです。暖かかったです。
Oh, she's just bullying us here at this point. Atataku
Sorry.
nakatta desu.
暖かくなかった。
Atataku nakatta desu.
はい。
Just seeing it right now. She knows what she's doing. She's got a little smirk
I
to
know,
it.
I just love it because like this is going back to that one time my like roommates were giving me a hard time because I had trouble saying that like this specific word.
Yeah. Who could blame you? She's bullying.
暖かくなかったです。
No, there was an extra time
多
there.
かったで
Shoot,
す。
let me listen to that one more time.
暖かくなかったです。
Atatakaku nakatta desu.
That's
You're a
really
little-
good.
You're a little freak.
She knows what she's doing.
I can't believe you did that to me while I was streaming it on the internet. Everyone knows I'm a fool now. A rube. All right. Let's see what we're doing here.
店は駅から遠かったですか？
Wait, hold on. Mise wa eki kara tokatta desu ka? We're saying it's not far?
Yeah. Or they're asking if it is far, and we're replying with like, no, it isn't far.
Yeah. Is toka the word that we're working with?
Toi is the base word.
Okay. Toika kunakatta desu?
Okuna kata.
To kunakatta desu. Oh, because the E's getting
Mm-hmm.
transmogrified. Turn it into a coffin at midnight. Relatable situation for us all, I'm certain.
いいえ、遠くな
Tokunakatta desu.
かったです。いいえ、遠くなかったです。トッピングは多かったですか？
And okata, what's that the word? Okata.
Mhm.
What was that word again? That was on today's vocab, right?
Yeah. Oi is like many.
Okay. Oikata desu ka? I'm telling you, that's not a lot of toppings though. I'm like, I put so much on mine. Okunakatta desu.
はい。はい。そうですね。いいえ、多くなかったです。
いいえ、多くなかったです。
A funny anecdote to add here. My dad came to visit me, here in the not Florida, where my parents normally dwell. And while he was here, I made him some ramen. Not anything particularly special. I had like some frozen like grocery store tempura, and I put like a fried egg on it and some green onions, and otherwise it was pretty normal ramen. And my mom makes ramen for my dad quite regularly, and my dad is like, "Baby, that was the best ramen I've ever had. You're nothing. You're nothing compared to our son's ramen game. He's got this figured out." And my mom's like, "What did you do? What did you you do? I'm like, nothing crazy. Like there was like some shrimp in there, like a little green onion, fried egg. I mean, like it's objectively good, but like she's like, I do that to him and it's not enough. He's like, no, Ralphie's was still better. His was still better. And like eats her up inside, and I frankly I love it. But it's a funny little situation that's occurred. Like anytime like my dad calls, like, hey, you making that soup like how you made it for me that one time? I'm like, yeah, I can do that at any moment. And he was like, very good.
Easy pops.
The toppings.
旅行は楽しかったですか？
ryoko wa tanoshikatta desu ka? This was the trip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The trip was fun. Am I gonna tell him no?
Yeah.
Oh man! Oh, savage! Sorry, pops.
That's what I was like. Oh no.
Oh man. Let me look at the word. Tanoshiku nakatta desu.
はい。
Yeah.
いいえ、楽しくなかった。
いいえ、楽しくなかったで
Looks
す。
so happy though.
I know.
Man.
I wonder who we're asking.
Mom's putting on a fake smile right here. She's just trying to appease
Yeah.
the rest of the family. Man.
She's like, I
Practice
hate roller
3.
coasters, and everyone wanted to go to Universal, and I didn't want to go,
Have you
but didn't have
seen-
enough money for something else, and
Have you seen those videos floating around for Epic Universe these days?
Mm-mm.
It's looking pretty good, man. It's looking pretty good.
昨日の天気は良かったですか？
Did it rain today?
I think it's yesterday.
Yesterday. Today was nice. I think.
Yeah, yesterday it did pour in the early morning or something
Yeah.
like that.
And I was under that weather. I was not feeling great. But today was a little different. But if I agree, that kind of refutes the exercise, no?
Well, but yesterday. She's asking about yesterday.
She's asking about yesterday.
Oh, wait, actually, I'm sorry. Was it, I heard kino, is it kyo? Yeah, it's kino.
Kino. Okay.
良かったですか？
Very. What's the word that we could use? Yokata. What does yokata mean by itself? I'm sorry.
So this is like E for like
Oh,
good.
that's right,
So,
that's
like,
right.
was the weather good yesterday?
Okay. Yokakunai kata? Is that what I would do?
Yoku nakatta.
Yoku nakatta desu. Ie yoku nakatta. Tenki wa yoku nakatta desu.
Mm-hmm.
綺麗なカバンですね。そのカバンは高かったですか？
Takakata desu ka? What is she asking? This bag. This is not expensive, correct? That's takai?
Akai is expensive.
All right. What is this?
Like right now in this form.
Yeah.
So this is positive past tense, right? Because we've been the kunakata is the negative.
Mm-hmm.
So she's asking, was this bag expensive?
Oh, okay. That is still the word that we're working with. Okay.
Mhm.
I thought this was a whole other ball game for a second. I'm gonna assume it was.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
How do we go? Hi, sono kaban wa taka. Do I just repeat it in that case?
Yeah, you just be
Takakata
like,
desu.
hai, hai, takakatta desu.
Hi, takakata desu.
Yeah, blue bag with strap ain't cheap, boys.
No, man, freedom isn't free. You gotta bleed for the bag. Get that bag. All right, lesson 2. Is this a 2-lesson day? What are we working with?
Mhm.
It is. Okay. Distinctly kind of a shorter day, but that works out because we had the extra homework.
Yep.
Inviting someone to a curry place for lunch. Hiru yasumi ni kare ya saso. Is this different than the sentence that we had before?
The last one was just ramen,
Oh, it's just
but
a
otherwise
curry
everything's the
difference.
same.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Basho, we're with the company. Kaisha ya. Wait, hold on. What's the ya do? Oh, it's just kaisha. Okay. Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay. I was like, the company shop? Is that where we're at? That's strange. Okay. Tojo Jinbutsu. Kaishain futari. We got two kaishains, two employees. Let's go.
鈴木さん、一緒に駅前のカレー屋へカレーを食べに行きませんか？店は綺麗じゃありませんでした。でも、安くて美味しかったですよ。
いいですね。私はチーズカレーやソーセージカレーが好きです。
私も好きです。でも、トッピングは無料じゃありませんでした。
He seems quite excited about this place. I feel like he's like, it wasn't
Sounds about
clean,
right.
but that's kind of a vibe in and of itself. I wonder if that's where he's coming from. It was like, it's kind of messy,
Those are
but
kind of the best
it was
places.
it was authentic though. There was a roach there, but the food was excellent.
Came at a
鈴木
cost,
さん、
but
一緒に駅前のカレー屋へカレーを食べに行きませんか？店は綺麗じゃありませんでした。でも、安くて美味しかったですよ。
いいですね。私はチーズカレーやソーセージカレーが好きです。
私も好きです。でも、トッピングは無料じゃありませんでした。
What was that two doing there?
yeah, I was wondering that myself.
Was it a font issue maybe? I don't know. Let's not worry about it. Okay.
I've learned to not ask questions.
店
I say as I am constantly asking questions.
Question everything. I'll let the audio go before anything else.
はきれいでした。店はきれいじゃありませんでした。
Let's do that on the next slide too.
店はきれいでした。店はきれいじゃありませんでした。
And I forgot to look. Was there an explanation on this?
店は
No, distinctly no. What is going on here? Let's just jump to the next one.
トッピングは無料でした。トッピングは無料じゃありませんでした。
Murio jarimasen deshita. Okay, that doesn't seem like too large a curveball.
Mhm. We just add deshita on the negative form, which is just jarimasen.
Okay, I can swallow that. Anything else to note
Sure.
here?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's get in there.
店は綺麗じゃありませんでした。
店はきれいじゃありませんでした。
トッピングは無料じゃありませんでした。
トッピングは無料じゃありませんでした。無料じゃ。There's something with like making an M sound into an R is a little rough on me. Murio. Murio ja. Mario ja. I guess I didn't really get these in frame for too long. Mise wa kirei ja arimasen deshita. The shop was not clean. Toppingu wa muryou ja arimasen deshita. The toppings were not free. All right. And practice one here.
賑やかでした。 賑やかじゃありませんでした。賑やかでした。
Nigiyaka ja arimasen deshita.
賑やかじゃありませんでした。好きでした。
Ski ja arimasen deshita?
はい。
好きじゃありませんでした。お酒でした。
Osake ja arimasen deshita?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
お酒じゃありませんでした。
I was hoping we were gonna get an example with that sad old drunk man again in the imagery. Maybe it's not too late.
No, this wasn't alcohol, I promise, officer.
It wasn't no sake at all. It was ojusu.
お酒じゃありませんでしたよ。
I like this character that you painted in my head right now.
店は賑やかでしたか？
Yeah. Nigiyaka jarimasen deshita?
いいえ、賑やかじゃありませんでした。
はい。
Woo.
テストは簡単でしたか？
Kantan ja arimasen deshita?
Mm-hmm.
いいえ、簡単じゃありませんでした。
What was kantan again?
It's like simple.
Simple. Okay.
Easy clap.
Easy
Was not
money.
easy clap.
昨日は雨でしたか？
Ie ame ja arimasen deshita.
いいえ、雨じゃありませんでした。
Why would you lie to her like that? I can't believe you.
She asked me earlier. She knows that this one's just isolated for the example. She knows that. She heard me. She's responsive to my whims. What was I thinking? I had a thought here, but it's gone. It's gone. Gone with the rain.
Goodbye.
Washed away.
Washed away.
Practice 3.
昨日は忙しかったですか？
Isogashi. Kino wa. Somehow, immediately, we get into this scenario. There's no picture here, and I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
So what do you think our base form of this adjective is? Just like the adjective itself, like the meaning of it.
Isogashi. That's what does that mean? Maybe that's my problem.
It's
here.
busy.
Busy. Okay. Isogashi kata desu. What does that mean?
So when it's in the kata, that's like past tense, right?
It was busy. Okay. And kino wa.
So yeah.
Okay. Kino today?
Yesterday.
Kino yesterday. Heck, man. Yesterday. Oh, was it busy yesterday? I'm gonna assume she wants us to say it wasn't. I guess that's up to me. I guess that's
It's
up
like,
to
were
me.
you busy yesterday?
Oh, it's specifically me. It's not like a location. Oh, is that an implied kind of bit?
Yeah.
Okay. I suppose so. Hai, isogashi kata desu.
はい、忙しかった。
Isogashi kata. I'm kind of cutting off that she there a little bit, right?
忙しかった。
Isogashi kata. Isogashi kata.
今日の朝は寒かったですか？
Kind of was, I would say. Kyo no asa wa this morning. Kino yesterday, kyo today.
Hi.
Okay. Kyo no asa wa samukata desu ka? Hai. Kyo no asa wa samukata desu. I wanted to do the same thing where I think of the homework I was like reading out samui, which I wanted to do again here.
Was it cold? I don't remember.
It was kind of cold, at least for me. The rest of the day warmed up, but I was
朝ご
cold.
はんはパンでしたか？
Deshita. Is that just like did you eat bread
Yeah, it was. Did you have bread for
breakfast? Which I did not. Panja arimasen deshita. I guess there'd be
So
like an
desu ne.
ie in front of it. Ie panja arimasen deshita. Okay. Now you know about my morning and my lack of bread. Got no bread, got no dollars, but we have homework.
No bread to break here.
No bread. This isn't how Jesus did it, man. No bread to break with nobody to share my body with. Any trailing thoughts for day 18, Jimmy?
Only thing I'll say is that if you're doing some of these like focused adjective exercises, I think it would help to kind of keep in mind what forms you're coming from, because like at least for me, it's not as easy to think of like kata being kunakata and making that transformation to go from past tense positive to past tense negative, but like instead going from kunai, because that's already negative, to kunakata.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
But other than that, nope. Just keep practicing.
All right,
You should be fine.
keep plugging away every single day. And with that, you have a wonderful night. Bye bye.
Matane.
Matani.